Okay. Hello! It's been a really long time. Hopefully the lighting is not too terrible in this. I feel like the background is kind of creepily dark, but I'm sitting right next to a window and my webcam is not very good quality, so it's either way overblown face with a light background or really dark background with a semi-well-lit face. Um, anyway, so it's been a really long time, I think. And there's a lot of reasons for that. It's kind of weird because whenever I post a video, I always assume like not really many people are gonna watch them or care about them. And I mean, there's not a ton of people that watch my videos, but once I start realizing that people are commenting on them, it comes to my attention that there are people who watch my videos and who are affected by them or find them interesting or find them completely off key. Just depends. When I originally was doing reaction videos, I just had a lot of fun, like, reacting to videos, but then also seeing the comments that people left. It kind of helped me feel validated, I guess, if you want to call it that, because it's a really good feeling to know that people are watching you and like you and want to see more. And there's even one guy, I think, that, like, said he had a crush on me, and it's just like, oh, you know. But I began to feel like it's not very good to have a pastime that is based on people appreciating you. I mean, you want to be appreciated, but just doing it to feel good about yourself and, if people aren't commenting on it, then feeling bad about yourself, I think is not healthy, at least for me. So I stopped really posting videos on YouTube just because I wanted to try to get out of that mindset of like, oh, I hope more people watch this. I hope I become popular. I don't want to live like that. But a while ago, this one person commented and they were like, oh, you haven't posted in so long. There must be a massive life change. And unfortunately, there hasn't been. My life is as standard as ever, until maybe now. And that's why I am creating a video now. So, as I said, like, nothing really has been happening in my life. I've gone through a few different jobs. None of them have really been career-related. And so what I have decided to do is just do a complete 180 and just try something completely different that I've never done. So I'm actually going to be moving from Michigan to the Charleston area in South Carolina. I don't have a job lined up, which I think is really stupid, but I'm just going to try it, and I'm just going to see if I can make a life for myself there. Why Charleston? So, this could be a whole different video. Maybe I will make a video about it. Long story short, there was a person that I was only talking to for a few weeks, but they lived in Charleston, and they had moved from New York because they wanted to escape the winters in New York. And I am very much of that same mindset, being from Michigan. Wow, my face is really blown out right now. Way too bright. Whatever. Now that's really creepy. Anyway, sorry. I too hate winter. I don't mind looking at snow, and if the snow does not affect my driving abilities, then it's not really the end of the world, but I just hate being cold. And usually, at least in Michigan, once it really starts snowing, it will affect driving. You have to scrape off your car all the time. Once it gets cold in the morning, there's like ice that you have to scrape off. And I mean, there's just all kinds of different side effects to cold weather that I just really hate. And I've been saying since last summer that if my previous job didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, then I would just look for a job in a warmer climate. And so when I started talking to this guy online for a few weeks, which I don't like online dating, but I'll just do a different video about that sometime. It kind of made me wonder, well, why did he choose Charleston? He's from New York. He also wanted to be somewhere without as much winter. Why on earth Charleston? And so at one point I was planning on going with a friend to Myrtle Beach, which is like 2 hours away, and then hopefully taking a trip to meet him. But then things kind of stopped happening. He just stopped talking to me for whatever reason. And I was like, well, do I really want to do this since I don't really have, like, the person there that I want to meet? And then I realized, you know what, why not? Let's just have a girls' vacation. Let's just go. We were going to stay with her aunt and uncle. And let's just see what that area is all about, just in case. And so we did go to the Myrtle Beach area, and for a little bit it actually looked like we might not even make it to Charleston, just because it is 2 hours away. But unexpectedly, one of her relatives was like, hey, I'll drive you guys, we can visit. And the moment I got there, it was far, far more than I ever expected. It is absolutely beautiful. The downtown area is just so romantic and magical. I mean, there's just many, many beautiful historic buildings, and there's palm trees and oak trees, and there's like this beautiful bay that you can walk near, and it's not far from the beach, and just like there's so much sunny weather there, and the temperatures are very mild. It was like, we went in November, and I think it was like 60s, 70s, and they're like, dang guys, you brought the cold weather with you. And we're like, well, if you want to define cold, move to Michigan. So, all of that just kind of came together, and I get along really well with her relatives, so even though they don't live in the Charleston area, I now have connections that I know I can kind of lean on if I need to. I basically adopted them as my aunt and uncle. So all of that kind of came together, and even though I haven't heard from that random dude, I realized that it makes so much sense why he'd want to go there. It's just an incredibly beautiful, peaceful, kind area. People are just nice there. And so that was kind of ruminating in the back of my head, and as time went on, the job that I had just kept on getting less and less appealing, and I just realized I was sick of it, and I didn't really want to even try to continue there, and so I just quit it, and have decided to go to Charleston for a month and see if I can get any sort of job there that would allow me to live there. I have actually visited one more time since the original time I went in November. I went for a week just to kind of see what the traffic was like, see what driving was like in the general vicinity. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. I think it's like a nervous tick when like I feel like I'm being watched, my nose gets itchy. Anyway, sorry. And unfortunately, this might sound weird, unfortunately, I haven't really experienced real Charleston traffic. Because since apparently it's a really, really popular place for people to relocate now, on some of the highways, traffic just gets terrible. And I was trying to like find that and experience that to see what it was like, and for whatever reason, for the most part, I wasn't really able to get stuck in traffic, which is, I guess, okay. I don't even know where I was going with that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of see what life was like there for more than just a few hours, and I liked it. I mean, it's very calm. I actually wound up in North Charleston numerous times, which it's more of a sketchy area, but I was, I survived. So, yeah, it just kind of made me want to really settle down there for a bit longer and see if I can really find something. So I haven't found anything yet. I've been applying for a lot of jobs, but there have been connections that I've made, and it's really opened my eyes to the fact that if you work hard to get connections, you will get connections, and those connections can lead you to other connections, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of this like never-ending good spiral of just connections upon connections, and I'm hoping that maybe at some point I'll connect with just the right person and something will work out. So that's why I kind of want to just take time to be there physically, and just try my luck. So, was this an easy decision? No. Was it an immediate decision? No. I mean, it's something that I've been thinking about since last summer. It's something that I kind of decided on within the last few weeks. I mean, so it was kind of a quick, like, you know what, I'm just doing this. But it's not like it was a last-minute, unthought-out plan. I have savings. Obviously, I don't have a ton of money, but I have been saving up. I just, about not even a year ago, I got myself a newer car. It's not brand new. I got it used, but I have a newer car. It's small. It's got really good, it's a Prius, so it's got good gas mileage. So driving there is not like, crazy expensive. And I have enough savings that I can live off them without having a job for a little while. So, it's something that I kind of just decided if I'm going to do something like this, I'm going to do it now. And that's what a lot of my friends are saying too. Like, now is the time. You don't have anything tying you down. You don't have anything holding you back. So just try and see what happens. So that's what I'm doing. So that is my life change now. Now there is something big happening in my life. I'm gonna see if I can try to make some videos. I get really lazy about video editing and shooting and all of that. But I want to try to get back into that, to learn it more, to be able to put on my resume that I do video related work, rather than just mentioning that I've done it in the past, and, you know, just kind of see what happens. So that is that. Just kind of a random update for anyone who cares. And I'll try to kind of keep you up to date to let you know what it's like in the area, what I learn about the area, and new things I might find that are fun to do. Sorry, this was a really long video. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and it's kind of just, I don't know. I mean, if anyone's thinking about doing the same thing, I would say just kind of think it through, figure out your reasons for why you want to do that, make sure that you've got a cushion to go off of, rather than just, you know, I mean, there's stories of people that go across the country with $5 in their pocket. I literally met a person like that on the plane one time, not related to Charleston. This was before Charleston even happened, but, you know, it's a little bit mind-blowing that people do that and can do that. I wouldn't recommend that. I think you need to kind of have some security before you make a big leap of faith. But also, I mean, if you don't have anything holding you back, then just try it and just see what comes of it. It may not work out for me. I may wind right back up in Michigan. But I mean, I was working with a staffing agency that said they could get me a job. It wouldn't be the best job in the world if I, you know, were to come back and try to get a job through them, but it would be a job. So I kind of have that security. I've got a lot of friends and well, not a ton of family, but family here that really love me and care about me. So, you know, I've got a solid foundation here that I can come back to if I need to, but I've also got, you know, some room to kind of put my feelers out in another different area. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. If you ever want to do something like that yourself, I wish you all the best. I pray for your safety, and I guess we'll just go on this adventure together. All right, well, see you guys around. Bye. There we go.